They regret what they said about you. They know they were acting out. They were jealous because they were living in your shadow. You know who it is if it's for you. Someone came to your mind. But they said some things that they have since had to take back, had to correct, because it actually brought some pretty bad stuff into their life. And you may have seen signs of this. They're not going to admit it was connected to you, but something in your spirit told you it was. They're hearing about it from everybody. Not happy, to say the least. We must move on. They're hoping to just sort of skate past it. And they're hoping you'll never figure it out, that you'll never know that they even said anything. Will you still want me? They're afraid you're going to find out. I am always curious about you. Always trying to get in your business. Always asking people about you. Always looking you up. I still dream of you. Yeah, because they're like asking about you all day. I can't stop thinking about you. You left when I needed you. They're torturing themselves. This is torture. It's like psychological torture they're bringing upon themselves. Still dreaming of you, thinking about you. Imagine. I mean, the effect you must have had on this person. There is nothing else in their life besides you. You left when I needed you. This is the version they tell themselves and they tell other people, but usually just themselves. Like, this is what they have to tell themselves to make it okay, because they know they did more than just talk about you. I mean, whatever they said about you really, really came back on them and made them look bad. They feel like they cannot outgrow this, though, or like maneuver around it. That's what I just got. Like, this person feels like this is kind of a stumbling block, but they're bringing it on. They're totally bringing it upon themselves. They're sort of bringing this in because they're so obsessed. That's what's going on. Okay. All of these fell on the floor, afraid to be alone. Not noble. Connected to you. The grass was not greener. Open invitation. Chose someone else. A lot of things happened here. They were afraid to be alone, but they still feel connected to you. They did some things that were not noble. Chose some not greener grass. Look, I got grass was not greener, but they chose it anyway. You know what? They knew it was going to be bad grass when they got there. Like, they just had to choose something, though, because they did not want you to know how they felt. So they move. Well, this is someone who moves from relationship to relationship, friendship to friendship. Like, if you look back through their life, you'll see a lot of best friends, like a lot of turnover. Okay? They have usually chosen the person who makes them feel more secure, more codependent, I should say. Like this is someone who wants to be right up on you all the time when you're together. God, I just got that. I got like the human equivalent of a lapdog, at least when you're together. That's what they would rather go back to. Then they said all this stuff. Like, it's like there's a, you know what's so weird? I just got that there's like another plane of existence where it's still like that. Like, there's different timelines and stuff. Anyway, I just got a scene about that. Like, that's who this person is inside. Meanwhile, though, they said something about you. They regret it. It's because they just felt so empty. They feel like you left them, and they've been trying to play the victim ever since. Maybe you did leave, but maybe you had to leave. Maybe they had no right to expect you not to leave. You know, it might not have been anything. And that's the whole thing. They feel like you left them alone when they least needed to be alone, but they can't handle being alone. A lot of people are like that. We know these people. If you've lived a while, you've known these people who divorce someone and bam, they're in another relationship right away. Like, they'll find someone. Like, some people, that's what I'm getting here, is this is someone who can't be without someone. Okay? Can't be without another person. And somehow you play a part in this. They couldn't latch onto you, or you objected to them latching onto someone else for their own safety. For their own safety. Maybe you even just brought it up. You're like, you know, you're getting really close to that person in a bad way. codependency. I really think codependency can be a good thing if both people are in on it. Otherwise it can just really be toxic. It doesn't always have to be a toxic thing, but it just means basically you can't make decisions without someone else. It's like your life is just wrapped up in someone else. And that's kind of what they wanted. They don't know a life without that. And I'm getting from you like a more independent vibe. Someone who doesn't necessarily want to be alone, but doesn't want to be codependent either. And this other person I'm talking about, the one who regrets saying something about you because now they feel like there's a rift that will never mend. That's what I mean. They said all this stuff because you meant a lot to them at one time, and you still do. And they just really felt rejected. Well, it was divine intervention, not luck. I had another point I was going to make, and I don't remember it now. It'll come back if it's supposed to. But you saw something or felt something recently that reminded you, that has been telling you and guiding you. Nothing happens by accident. Nothing happens by accident. This person wanted you to see something. They wish you would. They feel like they're sending up, I just got smoke signals or like a bat signal or something to signal you from a long distance. Like, why don't you come running? That's why they started saying all this stuff. They regret what they said about you. They said horrible things. Look, I don't want to trigger people, but you know what they said. There's no reason to speak it because it's not even true. Look, words are powerful. Let's just heal this entire situation. That's what I just got. Instead of just going deeper, getting triggered, I'm sending everybody here healing energy. Doesn't mean you have to talk to them again, but please heal. Because this was an ugly situation. I just got an ugly situation. For some. Like, take the high road. Take the high road. If something's stolen from you, it'll be repaid another way. Oh, I hate that. Someone stole. I just got that. Maybe not for everybody. I hope not for everybody. But what else do we need to know about this? They're just very heartbroken. Very heartbroken. Okay. Your strength intimidates people. No one can dim your light. This goes back directly to why they said weird stuff about you. Because for some it wasn't even bad necessarily. It was just weird. They just said weird stuff. I just got. But stuff that you didn't deserve. May this situation be completely healed. Completely healed. Unblocked. Again, doesn't mean there has to be communication. But may it be healed and not get worse. May all negative energy be transmuted to your good. I'm pushing that energy towards you. As I started doing that, some very loud, weird engine just went by. I don't know if it was a golf cart. It sounds like a golf cart with a bad motor, but it was very loud. Anyways, that was some kind of confirmation. Nothing happens by accident. So I did the right thing there, just sending you healing energy, okay? Imagine this situation healing and just being over with, because it needs to be. It needs to be. And if you're like, why are you bringing this up? Because I get that sometimes in the comments. Don't send more energy back to it by commenting. Okay, comment something good. Comment something like, I am free. I am independent. I can do anything I want. Everything always works out for me. No one manipulates me. No one manipulates your thoughts. Start saying good things, okay? Unaware of your own power. See, they're aware of your power. A lot of other people are aware of your power. That's why they would say stuff. That's why if you do hear anything that somebody said about you and it hurts your feelings, just ask yourself why and realize that it comes from a place in that person, and realize it's just their projection, okay? If you've never read the book, The 4 Agreements, you should. It's by Don Miguel Ruiz. And I think his son, I see him on Facebook sometimes, has a big Facebook following. And I just saw there's the 5 agreements, like the 5th agreement was added. Anyway, look, it's a great book. It's a very easy read. It'll change your life. I read it a long time ago, like 25, 30 years ago. And other people's opinions do not matter. I mean, it's not that you should hurt people, but you can't control what other people think. It doesn't mean anything about you. It's their projection. That's all it is. And if it triggers you, maybe there's a reason. But it's not about them. Like, this person wants to hurt you. Like, if they can't have that close codependent relationship, they want to hurt you. And they'll go to some petty lengths to do that. Lies, I mean, look, don't worry about it. Intuitive. Your intuition already told you all is forgiven. Okay, even if it's just in the astral realm, in the imaginary 4D realm, okay, even if that's where it is, forgive them. You will be blessed for that, I promise. You will. But the reason you may be getting this message I just got, for some of you, there's something you need to deal with, obviously. Journal about it. Get it out there. Get it out and just don't keep rehashing it. But also, it pertains to some kind of current situation. Like, you may have heard something recently, or in case you hear something, look, if anyone says anything about you, it doesn't matter what it is, even if it's not this person, it doesn't affect your reality unless you let it affect your reality, unless you let yourself believe it. The power's all in here. The kingdom of heaven is within. You can choose heaven or hell with each thought. It's all in what you focus on. Focus on those things of higher level, higher consciousness. Good thoughts, happiness, joy, what excites you. That's what you need to focus on. Focus on having peace with all people, and don't question the source of your money. That's where they get you. Okay. I just feel like somebody needs to understand that. Like, imagine your life without this. Imagine a few weeks from now, you're grateful that you can work anywhere you want. Just imagine your life however you want it. Like, if you didn't have to work, what would it look like? Start imagining it. Start having delusional daydreams about it. You have no worries, no fears. You get to do whatever you want. You attract healthy relationships. Okay, this is telling me, like, even what I just said about attracting whatever you want. This is someone who would not want that. Or just, that's what I'm getting, is this is someone who would put bad thoughts in your head, or try to. Try to tell you what to think. Try to discourage you from doing good things. From doing the things you want. That's the whole codependent curse, really. If you're going to be codependent with somebody, like really be like enmeshed, then it better be someone you agree with on things, not someone who is trying to bend you to their will. And that's what I just got. This is someone who doesn't care about your opinion. They would just want you to do what they want you to do. No more of this. No more of this. If this relationship has ended, there's a reason. Send them forgiveness and keep going. But from now on, you attract healthy relationships. It is spoken, it is written. And so it is. Amen.